Hello friends, welcome to Professional Pathshala. Today we will start with the next topic that comes just after our e-business plan. See, if we try to understand in a chronological order or if we put them in a sequence, so we can see that first of all we have gone through right now with the introduction about the e-business, what e-business is all about, some of the examples we have gone through. Then e-business plan means how to make a specific e-business plan if you are interested to start up with. Then once your plan is done, you have made all arrangements for your e-business. Then how to launch it, it comes after that. So now we will be dealing with launching of e-business, means how e-business can be launched and what are prerequisites, what are the things you need to start in actual and e-business, right? So what I have done, I have taken some of the examples from the existing businesses and some of the considerations I have taken, which I have gathered the data by consulting some of the existing players who are there. So just what they require right now in these modern times. So maybe you won't find in some of the books, or you might not find in some of the websites, but they have some of the credible sources. So I have got them from some of the informative data which is available online. Now let's start with it. So we are going to deal with launching of e-business, that how e-business can be launched. So introduction about this topic says that in order to start a business, you need a thorough business plan. So definitely we have already done it in the previous lectures and previous classes, we have done it. A careful thought out business plan completes first step of establishing an e-business. So we all have already well established e-business plan that is already with us. So to start the business, finally you need to have so many parameters which are there, such as competitive forces, or you can consider Porter 5 forces model as well if you want to gain more insight. So there are the 5 forces which have a bearing on a business. Apart from it, there are the market share, demand, how your customers will be interacting with you, whether you have a good demand for your products or services or not, right? So to start selling your products or services on website, so there are so many things which are needed. So we will be trying to deal with them one by one. Take the example of Ola. If you see in detail that what Ola has done right now, Ola while starting their business might have focused on that whether internet connectivity is there in the country like India, where the people can book their cabs with ease. They might have focused initially on the bookings through laptops, through desktops, but we all know that these things, they lack convenience. So if you want to bring more convenience into your business idea so that your customers should not feel any problem, what you need to do, you need to give them more convenient form of your service. So what they have done, initially they might have chalked out a plan that yes, the proper infrastructure is in place, means internet is there, people are having with the smartphone devices like things, so that they can book it in a very easy manner. They can check the real-time experience of their bookings or where their cab is located through a handheld device, which should be very convenient. So here we can say that Ola, a company like Ola, focuses more on infrastructure, and in fact in all the infrastructure have its prime focus on connectivity, means there should be proper connectivity. You should have a proper tie-ups with the taxis or the cabs. You must provide them with specific incentives, whatever you want to give them. So means a range of things you need, right? So in order to proceed in order to start with your businesses, in the background you need to have so many things. Let's take one more example about Alibaba. We all know it's a e-commerce player selling in retail and in you can say in wholesale kind of products as well, means in bulk you can order it if you are doing business in some of the countries. So they do it, they do it. What they thought about it, or how they could have thought about their business, what they might have focused on more, that they could have taken the consideration that yes, there are people who can do bookings and they have add-on convenience with the devices they have, with the other handheld devices or through their laptops, through their desktops, whatever things they have with them. So Alibaba company, kind like Alibaba, they have their focus on some of the infrastructural issues. They should have their warehouse, whereas in case of Ola, they need not to have any physical thing in place apart from a vehicle. But in this case, they need to have a warehouse where they will store the goods, then they will dispatch it to other locations from where their customers or their potential customers they need to be delivered, right? So it means every online company and online organization have their different needs, right? So what we have done, in order to start a e-business, you may require these things which I have just placed it over here. First one is the infrastructure. It requires a setup or some of the office supplies. Then is a domain name. A domain name means, because since you'll be working online, so you need to have a domain name that will help you to identify yourself in just the whole sort of competitive environment you are into. Then a license you need. Then a funding, you need funds because financing is very much required. Then getting internet merchant account, because you will be dealing with the internet and you will be called as a merchant, so account you need to maintain. Then pre-launch advertising means this is a kind of marketing thing, right? Then recruitment of quality employees, that may we have discussed in a e-business plan. And then infrastructure setup, that is technical setup, because we might have discussed all these things, but these are the specific things which we will discuss with related to some of the businesses which we may think of. So let's start with it. In today's lecture we will cover these two things, right, in a very considerable manner. We'll discuss if possible with some of the examples as well, and we'll bring up those examples in next third portion as well, right? So let's get into it. See, as a company like Amazon, you might have thought about online company. Same is the case with your Alibaba as well. Same is the case with the Flipkart. They all have something in common, that they need a good infrastructure. What kind of infrastructure? In the form of a warehouse, a storage house where they all will be storing their consignment, then they will be delivering it out. But what these companies are doing right now, what they have focused in, just to prevent this cost or to reduce this cost of having a staff, then because to manage this huge warehouse, there's many type of costs which are available. They may outsource in future to your local retailers. Then you can order it from, and it will be, the order will be processed by your local retailers. You can order a grocery, you can order an electronic product, and that would be delivered by your local retailers who are nearby, an electronic store who is nearby you. So that means in order to reduce costs, they are taking some of the very considerable steps. But your infrastructure, which is basic, because if you're going to start a business, you need to have, because they're well established player, so they may do these things. But if you're a new entrant, you need to have some of the infrastructure in place. So what are these infrastructures you need? Of course, an office, right? Then a domain name, right? You need to have register yourself in terms of your online presence. Then you need to fill the necessary documents, defining the procedure, whatever the procedure, then internet merchant account, and then hiring employees by defining their role. So these are things which we will do one by one. If we talk about the technology approach, right, because in order to deliver and in order to gain a proper momentum, right, so you need to deal with technology things as well. So your technology should bring innovation and change the way the businesses are being done or being conducted. So it is essential to deliver common service and capabilities across network and beyond the enterprise, and to maintain business relationship with the partners of e-business. In order to survive, you need to develop a good and cordial relationship with your partners as well. So there are three components of the infrastructure. These are the intelligent network, common shared services, and integrated business processes. Intelligent network deals with your smart network, right? So it means it should identify the loopholes, it should guide the people, guide your customers every time. Common shared services, some of the services which are common across some of the platforms and they need to be shared. And integrated business processes, so in one kind of services where you may be able to provide something with ease. When we talk about this infrastructure and what you need, a office provision. So a proper office infrastructure you need. It represents the company in the mind of potential customers. Even if you, why the companies need a head office, just to instill a kind of confidence in the people that yes, we exist somewhere, we have an office, we are not something that we do not exist, we have some physical address as well. So these are the few infrastructural requirements which they should have. For example, an office need to be established, like as I told you, it should have fax, yours, everything, suitable place where your inventory storage, that like I was telling you about some of the warehouses. And it may require developing a business relationship with a shipping company if you are sending your orders abroad, or now airlines as well. You may depends upon you. You may also need to define a foolproof day-to-day procedure, order handling, because you will be ordering handling orders, modes of payment, how you will be accepting them, then shipping, right, and inventory control. So these all things you need. And also it is you need to be ready with some of the questions, right? For example, are you going to start with a toll-free number? Who will take the phone calls? Because right now everything is automated, now AI enabled. So you need to have some of the systems in place that your calls from the customers would be handled by a system, and it will have some AI provisions. So how you will be doing it? So government taxes, so there are different things, right? Complaints, follow up, how to ship, how will you be shipping the products to the customers, what will the procedure to send email reply. So these all things which are to be done inside the premises of a office. Domain name system automatically translates the web address. So how you will be doing it, from where you will be getting it. When a new domain name is registered, a new number is assigned to the website by internet service provider. So we all know these things. So these are the something which we all are aware about, that yes, in infrastructure we may need all these things. But when we talk about domain name, as you all might be aware about it, for example, your address, right? So it starts with www. So it means it can be divided, for your convenience, it can be divided into 3 parts, right? If you talk about domain name, these are the because your website is also infrastructure which you need. So your first part, like www, we all know that uniform resource locator, your URL, right? The second part where your name would be there, www.flipkart, right? And the third part is known as extension, flipkart.in, like Amazon, www.amazon.in, www.amazon.com. That's a global website they have, and mostly they operate in US as well. So for India they have amazon.in. So the third part or the last part is the extension. So your domain name, the fundamental rules once we talk about the domain name, it can be built by letter, numbers, hyphen or underscores. It cannot contain any punctuation or space within the name. Although even if it is possible to do it, you shouldn't add these things into it, punctuation mark, space, because it won't make any sense and the people won't, or the customers won't be able to find you in an easier manner. It is not case sensitive. A domain name should be a maximum 256 characters long. It has to be unique and should not be already registered by someone else. So these are the rules which are available, and you should follow, or you should abide by these rules for online business. Once we talk about how you will select the domain name, so selecting a domain name is just like you select your business. So the basic approach is, while that a natural choice of domain name will be name.com, means if you're operating from US, so it would be amazon.com. So it would be like .com. The second choice depend on product or services that are being sold. If you are working for non-for-profit, so .org, that could be fine. The third approach can be some creative unique name for the website. So definitely if you are doing with the business, so you can always think about something that how to make it more creative. So how you will register the domain name, you can check for availability. There are lots of websites, your Big Rock, you might have seen GoDaddy, that registers your name. If domain name is not available, one can check that if domain name can be purchased or taken on lease if not in use. There may be some names which have not taken previously by someone. Maybe they are available but they have not been renewed. So then that domain name goes on the website and then you can purchase it if something related to your business is available online. For registering the domain name, one can take the help of any search engine and follow the link for registering domain name. So there are procedures which are available. So that is altogether a very different topic if we talk about how to register a domain name. Now, because that's a kind of technical thing we should deal with. And being into a business, now the person who starts with a business, if he knows all these things, that is fine. But now these all things are outsourced. You can outsource these things to a third party who will be doing it on your behalf. Whatever name you want to register, you want to select .com, .in, .co.in, .org, you may ask them and definitely they'll be doing it on your behalf. Charges need to be paid, which are generally annual in nature. So maintenance charges you need to pay for your business, right? So as we have done right now with the two basic phases of it, that the first one is infrastructure and the second one is registering a domain or a website. Now in the next lecture, upcoming lecture, we will be dealing with 3 or 4 more points. We'll be discussing with the help of some examples that if you really want to start a business, what considerations you need to have in your with you and what are the considerations you need to keep in your mind once you start with a business. So there are a lot to be covered, and already we have covered some of the topics which are very important and they make a very basics of your e-business. Okay, so till that time, let's keep it till here, and we will discuss more in our upcoming lectures. So till then, bye bye and take care.